Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to JB Rants. This is take two. This is take two because I need audience feedback somehow, some way, and I'm going to rely on the chat because they keep changing little things, and I don't really fully fucking understand what they're doing, but if I'm going to put out a product, which is exactly what this is, it's an informational product. It's an opinion show. It's not a fact show. I mean, it is a fact show, but apparently these days facts are subjective. And although I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, I think there's a Democrat who said we should focus more on opinions than truth or something like that. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Okay, Crystal Keith. Hey, Crystal Keith, how are you? I'll say hello in the type chat as well. Again, this is not a show. It's just the only platform I've been using is StreamYard, and they keep changing little things. So, Crystal Keith, can you answer in the chat some questions when I do things, and you can, so that the Greeny Houdini, I was at your show earlier. That was awesome. I'm doing well. Thank you, Crystal. And Greeny Houdini, hi. What up? All right, so I need the chat's help. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up a window, okay? Because I want folks to see what I see, but I also want to make sure that my face and my hands and whatever else is still available, because my reactions are important, because this is a personal show. Greeny Houdini had to cut it short. JB, I had to go somewhere. Well, don't we all? So I think that's good. I did see that you made me a moderator at your show. I'm a very, very trustworthy person. Yo, Tom Darko, what up? All right. So, okay, I can see your face and hands. Yes, I know. That's because I'm doing the basic stream. However, that was a really disgusting nose scratch. I don't know why I just did that. Well, because I had an itch, but... So we have Crystal Keith, Tom Darko, Greeny Houdini. Cool. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to rely on the chat to tell me if things are on your end, as I not necessarily see them, but what's more important is that it's on your end. And again, look at me. I'm not a calendar model, okay? It's not that I want to see my face on the live show. However, when I read articles or react to videos and stuff, what looks like your camera was unplugged, plug it back. There is no, oh no. That's just my stupid phone acting up. See, it's already getting nuts. Deny, no. The internet does not get access. I pay all my bills on my phone, you dumbasses. All right. Remove camera disconnected? What? Why is my camera disconnected? Are you serious? Is this really happening? This is another problem I've had. Why did my camera suddenly disconnect? We got audio. Yeah, but my camera disappeared and I didn't even touch anything. All right, I'm going to disconnect my phone. Let's see if that helps. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I didn't do that. It did it on its own. This is a flawed program, folks. I've seen this happen before, says Greeny Houdini. It's StreamYards. Yeah. By the way, this show is not PG-13, unlike Blackie Fitzpatrick, Alec Whittier, who's my favorite compadre, and also on the internet. Also, Greeny Houdini does a great show. My show is not PG-13. Fuck you, StreamYards. You're not doing a good job. You can't do this. You can't promise something and then deliver an inferior product and expect people to stick with you. I'm going to have to move to BitChute or something because this is getting really ridiculous. Yeah, StreamYards acts up often. I wonder how much it acts up for Trump supporters versus if I was like a Bernie bot, a Bernie bro, or a Biden bro, of which there are none. Joe Biden has zero support. Zero support. Okay, so before I get into the show, here's the whole reason I went on right now. And if this works, I'm relying on the chat, okay? I'm relying on you guys, and we're going to use 1 for yes, okay? And we're going to use 2 for no. I'm going to share the screen, and all I'm trying to determine, because I can't see it behind the scenes because they change things up, is if you can see the screen share that I'm sharing and also my face. Again, not because I want to be a calendar model. That's not the point. The point is a lot of my videos are reaction videos, and I cannot predict my own reaction in advance, and I'm unscripted. I've never written a script as far as I remember before doing a live stream. So I'm going to do this now. Thank you, Tom Darko saved you on the channel. Vic E is in the house. Hi, Vic E. Been with us since basically day 1. Yeah, thank you. Greeny Houdini. Let's see let's see if you can figure this shit out. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to click on share screen. Okay, so I am now clicking on share screen. Okay, share screen. Good. Your entire screen or application window or Chrome tab. Okay, Chrome tab. Click. StreamYard. Click. Share. Okay. See, this is what it keeps doing. It just doubles it up. So I probably shouldn't do that. Stop. Okay. So maybe it's this. Share screen. Maybe it's application window. Share. Okay. So now, how the fuck do I... All right. All right, new tab. All right, let's go back to Chrome tab. I swear to God, folks, I'm not stupid. But I guess I am a millennial. I'm 35. Does that make me a fucking millennial? That has so many ramifications these days because I have to deal with these fuckers. Not PG-13 show. What's up, Matt Kimball? How are you? If you want, just share the screen to be full window. Click the bottom right most icon. DB Cooper, what up? How are you? All right, share screen. Share screen. Okay. Chrome tab. Okay. All right. Here we go. I think this is going to work. Add a Chrome tab. Okay. Okay. All right. So when I do this, it's still loading. Greeny Houdini says the water really could have made people gay. Yeah, no shit. They put all these chemicals in the water, gender-bending chemicals, of course. All right, so when I click over, so here's where I want the chat. All right, look, folks, I'm not this is not a show yet. I'm really trying to figure this out. So when I do this, press 1 if you, I haven't, excuse me, excuse me again. I have not done it yet. When I do this, which I'm about to do in 5 seconds, can you see me and the screen share, which is gatewaypundit.com? Go. All right. So press 1 in the chat if you can see me and the Gateway Pundit. I'll give it a few seconds for answers because I can't see you guys. That's what's frustrating. Because how am I supposed to screen share something and talk to the chat if I can't fucking, you know what I'm saying? So press 1 if you can see me and the Gateway Pundit at the same time. I'll give it time and then I'll come back. All right, now I'm coming back. Hey, what's up, Adam, for Christ? Okay. You need to go to your video setting and lower the thing. I forget the name. Okay, DB Cooper says no. Vicky says, I don't see Gateway. This is absolute bullshit. Because I can see... All it'll do is repeat. It shouldn't be this hard. I want to read... Okay, Adam... So some people can see it and some people can't? That doesn't make any sense. It's all coming from this source. I'm not trying to be annoying. I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay, so everyone's getting different feeds? That doesn't make any sense. Tom Darko, I see you, and the whole screen of Pundit. How does that make any sense? Sharing this tab on StreamYard. I was watching Starscream earlier, aka Greeny Houdini, so I misspoke. I see you and 3 windows and names on right. I see a duck thing. Oh, man. Is that your bathroom? No, it is not. Okay, let's click this. This does nothing. This does nothing. Same here, DB. I see you in 3 windows and names on the right. Oh my God. Oh my God. This shouldn't be this difficult. I don't get it. How about this? What happens now? What does that look like? What the fuck does that look like? This is a disgrace. Yeah. Remove. All right, folks. All right, folks. We're going to go old school. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, y'all. There's no other way that I can figure out how to do this other than using my phone and keeping myself on screen. So with all that being said, welcome y'all to JB Rants. I don't know if Blackie is going on at some point. Hopefully he does. Got a great show. Alec Whittier, great show. So let's get our way right into the Gateway Pundit. Great website. I no longer follow Drudge Report. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm a Trump supporter. Drudge has gone left. I don't know why. The leftists are crazy. The leftists are crazy. Under no circumstances can I align myself with them anymore. So I don't follow Drudge. So I don't mind doing it this way. I don't mind doing it this way at all. Yeah, no shit, it's a website. Okay. And if I missed anyone, Crystal Keith, Tom Darko, Vic E, Greeny Houdini, DB Cooper. Wow, my numbers are going up. That's even though I suck, my numbers are going up. That's pretty cool. Welcome, patriots, or at least free thinkers. James Robert, what's up? 9 watching now. Very cool. And for those who missed what I was trying to do, I was trying to very simply do a share screen. So I have me in a little box and then the screen in a box, and I have the share screen option right there. And when I do it, it goes fucking ape shit. It just doesn't work. It's a bad program. StreamYard sucks. Deny access to phone data. Fuck you. So here's the big story of the day. Certainly my audience has already been abreast of this. Breaking, he's dead. Italian prosecutors believe mysterious deep state spy Joseph Mifsud, missing for 2 years, almost certainly dead. I heard on James Munder's show earlier that his wallet and keys and other personal affects were found in. This is an important person, by the way. This is an important person, especially in regards to the Russia garbage, Russiagate with the president of the United States, which didn't happen, and it was fake as Sandy Hook, just as fake as Sandy Hook. No one died at Sandy Hook. Russiagate, same thing, just a fake news media fabricated story, but they found some information in order to create actionable intelligence, even though Robert Mueller, who doesn't like the president, proved that there was no collusion, no obstruction. We'll get into the later things, in a bit. But apparently, since he hasn't been seen in 2 years, almost certainly dead. Interesting, eh? I find that very interesting. What do you guys think? I'll turn to the chat. Oh, yeah, James Robert. Good point. Hold on a second. I don't want to miss any of the... I don't want to miss anyone. I used to be so good at this stuff back when they would just let me live stream from my phone, but they won't let you do that anymore because they don't want people live streaming all of the mass casualty events that they're going to orchestrate. They don't want people with their phones being able to live stream because you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers. I'm not begging for subscribers. I don't care. I don't care if I have 2 or 5 or 10,000. I'm not going to meet their mark for their Illuminati bullshit, weird control system, top down, trickle down, whatever. But I did see James Roberts say clink. So I will clink with James Robert with one of my gay-ass little mini wines. Why not? Clink. Cheers from US and A. Blackie was actually in my my show earlier, and I got really frustrated and I just quit. Tom Darko, I would love a grilled cheese. So would I. Although I have a French bread pizza right here, which is kind of like a grilled cheese. James Robert, hey Greenie. Greeny Houdini. Now I'm going to get shit for sloppy joes. I don't know what that means. Sloppy joes give you the shits. It's all protein. The fuck? DB Cooper says money. Jelly Duck 100. I missed you. What's up, Jelly Duck? I met Jelly Duck 100 at the best hour of my day. Michael Fry, never in person, but the best hour of my day. Michael Farrer Jr. Great show. Jelly Duck 100. Hello. You are welcome. Welcome to the Conspiracy Hour. I'm not fun like Michael Farrer Jr. I talk about 9/11 and Sandy Hook and vaccines and chemtrails and abortion and all that stuff. So, with all that being said, it's true. Tom Darko says, I think you're on to something, JB. Yeah, I have been since age 19. James Robert, LOL. Tom Darko, word. See, I know why Blackie doesn't read the chat. Because you can lose pace, but I'm not going to lose pace. Nicholas Diego, my ex got into a bad accident recently. I told the doctors the wrong blood type. Now she will really know what rejection feels like. I'm not sure I understand that. It's an interesting comment. Nicholas Diego, wrong blood type, car accident. I don't get it. Nicholas Diego DSD, I still don't get it. Tom Darko, JB, I like you and you go. Well, yeah. Dad. Nicholas Diego, Dad, DSD. All right. My ex got into a bad accident recently. I told the doctors the wrong blood type. Now she will know what Oh, okay. I don't necessarily think this is that kind of show, but you can talk about whatever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter to me. And also, it's not PG-13. In fact, I encourage swearing because I think curse words. I think it kind of, or at least for me, it's a fucking relief. It really is. I think it was the famous comedian, the late George Carlin, who said, there's no more effective use of language than a perfectly placed fuck. And I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Tom Darko's having an egg sandwich. Greeny Houdini is smiling. Crystal Keith is laughing out loud. Greeny Houdini, did you hear about the naked guy wrapped in saran wrap that entered the psychiatrist? The doctor said, I can already see your nuts. I'm going to use that at work on Monday. That's pretty good. I love stuff like that. Greeny Houdini, I have one for you. Ready? I have one for you. Before we get into the news and my analysis of all this bullshit that's happening, Greeny Houdini, I have one for you. Earlier today, I saw twin pandas. That bears repeating. Most people won't get that immediately. They'll get it eventually. They'll get it at like 2 a.m. It's one of my favorite ones. All right. So let's see what we got here. I already covered this one on my failed show earlier. Greeny, yeah, see, it takes a couple times even for smart people to get. Earlier today, I saw twin pandas. That bears repeating. All right. Oh, this is good. Let's go over this one. Oh, come on. Now it has to do yeah, there you go. Quote, I've seen the documents. Representative Ratcliffe confirms Obama deep state was lying and spying on Trump camp way before opening Crossfire Hurricane. No shit. They were spying on him because it was supposed to be Bush, Clinton, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Clinton forever. It was literally supposed to be Bush, Clinton, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Clinton. And when they started to lose public favor, they threw in a black guy, Obama. They threw him in. They go, okay, you work for us. You do what we say. This is the Bushes and the Clintons telling Obama what to do. Propagate wars in Syria, Libya, keep the wars going, etc., etc. Fuck Afghanistan, all that garbage. Obama, you're our boy. You're going to be elected president and you're going to win because you're a black guy. And he won. And I voted for him in 2008. I've said that on other shows. I think I've said that on my show before. I voted for Barack Obama in 2008. I was 25 at the time. So I believed in the whole thing. This is a change agent. This guy is going to be great. No. Just another globalist, just another Illuminati filth, works for the international bankers and the Queen of England and the Vatican. You will be appointed, sir. I'm not nervous or doing bad body language. My face is itchy for some reason. I wonder if I'm being hit right now by a microwave weapon or something. You, Mr. Obama, will be appointed. You'll be a placeholder for Hillary Clinton to win in 2016. Uh-oh. A billionaire orange man with ridiculous hair who actually cares about the country kicked your fucking ass. That's what happened. You don't like it, do ya? You don't like it, motherfuckers, do ya? You don't like it. You hate it. You can't stand it. So you're going to impeach the president of the United States over a phone call to a foreign leader, which is his job. You stupid fucking demons. Evil's a lot of things. And I used to always say evil's a lot of things, but stupid isn't one of them. In this particular case, evil is looking pretty stupid or desperate and has reacted stupidly in the face of pushback pressure. It's really kind of embarrassing to watch these chicken necks running, Adam Schiff, these folks running around. Oh, yeah. So what exactly did the president do wrong? Well, we feel. What do you mean you feel? What did he do wrong? Well, we feel that this phone call was jeopardizing. Well, you feel, but what was actually done wrong? Well, we feel. Well, what do you mean you feel? It's what do you do? These people are fucking nuts. They're demons. They're possessed by something else that isn't us. Hey, I've gotten back into old JB form and I've managed to do it in a sober mind frame. Can you believe it? Let's go back to the chat. Nicholas Diego, although I agree with you, although I agree with your sentiment, I'm asking you to delete that comment. I do not want that comment in my channel. Nicholas Diego, delete your comment, please, or I'm going to block you. Delete that comment, Nicholas Diego. I do not want that in my chat. Nicholas Diego, you have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Sorry, bro. You're gone. Can't have that. I gave you plenty of time. Can't have that in my chat, dude. Can't have that in my chat. Nicholas Diego, I apologize, but I gave you time to retract your comment. I cannot have that in my chat. Regardless of the context. Regardless of the context. Because the channel owner gets blamed for what's allowed in the chat. And I gave you time to remove it. So you can come back under another name, but you're permanently banned. I apologize. I can't do. For those who are live streamers, they understand why I just had to do that. So Nicholas Diego, I apologize. You can't do that. Even if you're in the right, there are certain words that you can't say. And when I say right, I don't mean right wing, left wing. I mean, even if you're correct, I just can't have that. Okay? So I apologize, but you are banned permanently. I don't know how to bring you back. You're going to have to come back under another name. No threats, even like nebulous threats, even like, oh, this could happen or that could happen. There are certain things you can't say. Okay. So I apologize. I got to move on. No, he didn't retract it. No, James Robert, he did not retract it. I gave him 10. First I warned him, and then I warned him again, and then I gave him 10 seconds, and it was still up. That's why I did the countdown live on air, and it was still there. I got to look out for myself. Yeah, he didn't retract it. Like I said, I warned him once, I warned him twice, and then I gave him a 10-second countdown. And it was still in my feed. And my feed's the feed running this fucking. All right, I'm all stressed out now. I know I don't do a very professional show, but I have to go grab a smoke. So you guys talk amongst yourselves or leave. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm stressed. I have to go grab a smoke. I'll be back. Sorry. Just go back, later on when the show gets uploaded to, or it's not a show, it's a discussion, but when this show gets uploaded to YouTube, you can go back and watch. What time are we at? Go back and watch between minute 27 and minute 31:48, and you'll see I said, please remove it once. And then I waited, and then I said, please remove it twice. And then I waited, and I said, if you don't remove it, I have to remove you. And I gave him a 10-second countdown, and I actually counted with my fingers, and it wasn't removed, so I had to get rid of him. That's all it is. I'll be right back. All right, so we're back, folks. Let me catch up with the chat before I continue ranting. There's a lot of good stuff here. You guys are great. Oh, God. Here we go. Greeny Houdini, did you hear about that Jesus Viagra? It'll make you rise 3 days later. Are you... Oh, man. Back when I was living on my own, I would start screaming right now. I can't scream. Greeny Houdini, I'm not surprised. Did you hear about that Jesus Viagra? It'll make you rise 3 days later. Greeny Houdini, I get it, JB. James Robert, I get it. Yeah, anything to disparage the Son of God. Anything to disparage. Do I go to church every day? No. Do I go to church once a week? No. Do I go to church once a month? No. Because the Vatican and the whole churchianity thing is actually perverting God. And it's gross. We're stripping cotton down here in the South. So I heard this guy on the radio mention articles of impeachment. What gives with the president? We'll get into that. We're going to read a lot of articles. Tom Darko, I'll wait for it. Tom Darko, nice. Crystal Keith, working out in the sticks. No TV, internet, etc. Just radio. Very nice. Do you think they will ever, James Robert, do you think they will ever drag Obama in front of a grand jury? I don't think so. I do think so. I do think so. I think it's going to happen. It has to happen. Otherwise, I have to abandon the president. These motherfuckers have committed so many blatant, open crimes. War crimes, crimes against humanity, chemtrails. Hey, President Trump, why haven't you stopped the spraying of the skies? I voted for you. Come on. Tom Darko, I concur. Tom Darko, JB, you are a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm someone on the internet who has opinions, and I put my face in as the billboard of those opinions. They're well-researched opinions, but they're opinions, fact-researched opinions nonetheless. For example, 2 planes do not knock down 3 buildings. Duh. No FBI records of anyone dying at Sandy Hook because they're sealed, okay? Everything is so ridiculous. All right, let me go forward here. Kiwi Lover has joined us. Hello, Kiwi Lover. How are you? Nice to see you. Just got here myself. Tom Darko says, please bring up the narcissists. Maybe I can do a tangent for Tom Darko, but it's not going to be for Tom Darko. It's going to be for everyone. A narcissist is a mentally ill individual. All right. They look like you. They talk like you. They put on a suit or a dress. From my research and in my personal experience, there is I'm not going to put percentages on this, but there are more male narcissists. And by the way, when you hear the word narcissist, people think it's someone who loves themselves in the mirror. Although that is true, that is not the genesis or the internal nature of what actually a narcissist is, or a narcissist actually is. A narcissist is someone who has no internal light, no internal being, so therefore they project onto other people. And how do I say this in a short YouTube thing? They project onto other people their wants, needs, desires, but they don't see a 50-50 exchange. For example, a marriage is supposed to be a 50-50 exchange. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a child with someone in a marriage. It's supposed to be, half the responsibility is the husband, half the responsibility is the wife, or the mother, father, if there is no marriage. And that's a whole other video. That's a product of societal breakdown, which has been done by design, by the way. But a narcissist is someone who looks at other human beings, whoever they are, as objects to their own gain. They want at least a 51-49 advantage. They want at least a 51-49. When you get to full-blown sociopaths and psychopaths, it goes all the way up to serial killers, which is a 100% gain for the serial killer and a 0% gain for their victims because they kill their victims. That's how these things work. I was a psychology major in college. I did not graduate college. I learned most of this stuff by being the victim of a narcissist. It's not pretty. These people will first they go through. This is all for Tom Darko. First, or actually, this is inspired by Tom Darko, but it's for catharsis, cathartic relief for myself, and also to tell to my audience on the internet. First, they start working their way into your life by befriending you. It could be a coworker, could be a boyfriend, could be a girlfriend, could be someone you meet in the grocery store and become friends with. There is no friendship with the narcissist. It doesn't exist. Friendship means it's someone else that you care about, and you can share meals and share this and share that, and it's fun, and you have a good time, and you enjoy the other person's company. In the brain of the narcissist, there is no enjoyment. It doesn't exist. They lack that mental capacity literally in their brain. They lack the capacity to enjoy the company of others. So they're actually deeply sad individuals. So what they end up doing is the first stage is usually after the befriending stage it's called love bombing. You can look this up on a lot of narcissistic recovery. I'm not an expert, so I don't do a lot of these type of shows anymore, but it is an important thing to talk about. They love bomb you. You're the best. You're the greatest. Wow, you pay your rent on time. You're so cool. Oh, you want to make breakfast? I think that's great. Wow, you're a really good cook too, even though they start kind of deteriorating from the fallacy at that point. They'll pick up the scoop of eggs and they'll go something like, ugh, what did you put in that? Salt, pepper, and a little bit of cheese. Oh, God, what kind of cheese? Monterey Jack. Wow, I wouldn't have used that. So they start making you feel bad about yourself. And then if you don't immediately break off that relationship, if you stick with them for a period of time, then they know that they've got their spiritual hooks in your back and in your lips and in your, whatever. And they start going, you haven't really been doing a lot around here, so maybe you could do a little more. I seem to do all the dishes, even though you're the one who's been doing all the dishes. They tell you that you haven't been to your face, and then your brain, because us normies, I mean, I'm not a normal person. I'm totally fucked up, but I'm not a narcissist or a psychopath. They start saying things like, when was the last time you did laundry? I did laundry yesterday. And they go, okay, well, I had a couple things you could have thrown in. Didn't you think enough about others in order to grab those couple things and throw them in? And then the normal person says something like, well, if you had asked me, I would have gladly thrown them in. And they go, you didn't know? What are you, stupid? So they start, like that. They, it's not a total affront, but it's behind the scenes. They start, this and that. And he's passed away now. He killed himself with alcohol. Speaking of which, I need another sip here. I don't know anyone who's ever died from Pinot Grigio, okay? So then they'll ramp it up and they'll do things like Could have thrown those things in the laundry. What else did mine do to me? I told you to keep your door locked. How come you don't keep your door locked? Because I was in an apartment with him. Actually, I had why is there a car beeping? This is a small neighborhood. What the fuck? It's probably the FBI or the CIA. Anyway, they just put little pinpricks, death by 1,000 cuts, little pinpricks into your life. But to your face, they're like, yeah, you're my best friend. We're becoming really good friends. Yeah. Meanwhile, at work, they're doing things like, because I had a pretty high position at that company that I quit because of this fucker. I heard some things about Jason, using drugs, but now that I live with him, man, this guy's like, he's a drug addict. I think he does coke before work sometimes. I'm not saying he does, but I think, maybe he does heroin or something. I don't know, but he just doesn't seem right. Do you think he's okay? And then the other normies who are your friends who hired you, they go, whoa, I hope Jay is okay. Like, what's going on? We'll keep an eye on it. Okay, sure. Yeah. Because they have to do the right thing for their corporation. So the psychopath, sociopath, narcissist has their target, which I was the target, and they're in the middle, controlling both sides. And this is how governments work, too, by the way. This is how the Illuminati works. The Illuminati are nothing but narcissists and they're sick people. They're sick people. So then, management or whatever, the higher ups, they go, yeah, well, do you think we should have a talk with him and make sure he's okay? And the narcissist will go, no, don't. I wouldn't do that because he might react in a way that, wouldn't be very, very prudent for it might distress other coworkers if they find out something's going on. So we'll just keep an eye on him. I'm sure my audience is smart enough to understand that this is called gaslighting. It's called gaslighting. And if anyone in my audience does not already know what gaslighting is, just go look it up and this will make sense in 2 seconds. So then eventually, and here's the positive end of the story before I go back to the chat, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm not pulling an Alec Whittier. I hope Alec Whittier's in my chat. I'm not ignoring the chat. I got to get this out. The good news is for those who are not suffering from psychopathy or sociopathy or narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, is they eventually destroy themselves. If you can survive them, the way that I survived is I quit. I left the company. I was making really, really good money. And I quit. I didn't even give my 2 weeks notice. I called my boss and I said, I'm willing to give my 2 weeks notice, but I've been in the office with you 5 times telling you this person is really, really, really bad news for the company. And it was not only me that quit, it was 4 other people. So this one sociopath, psychopath, narcissist cost a great company 5 employees in a year. And I was the only one who had the balls to speak out. Everyone else, I won't mention names, but my guitar player friend, he was like, yeah, I just found another job and get out of there. I couldn't deal with, I'll say his name because he's in the ground now, Matt Cavellis. Matt Cavellis. Have fun in hell, motherfucker. Or maybe he's not in hell. Maybe he was just diseased and God will forgive him or something. I hope. I really do, because I don't wish hell on anyone. But anyway, that's one fingernail of what it's like to deal with a narcissist. Tom Darko, fatty liver. No, my liver's pretty good, actually. Kiwi lover, need to go take a shower. You all take care. Poof. Peace, Kiwi. Thank you for coming back. JB is nailing it. Thank you very much. Carol, welcome, Carol. How are you? Nick Daniels. That happened to my mom. She was a lawyer at a firm. Nick, I would like you to explain more in the chat what it was like, because it's always the same. These people, these demons, because I don't think they're people, or they're mentally sick people at best. I think they're demonically possessed. But Nick Daniels, yeah, one sick person sure can create a hostile work environment. Carol Ledbetter is great. That's great. And we love that kind of thing. We love that kind of thing here on the JB Rants show. I love Alec Whittier so much, Blackie Fitzpatrick. He's such a good guy. Never met him. I hung out with Ben Arslan. Who was that person that I deleted earlier? I still feel bad, but he said something and I just, I warned him and then I gave him a 10-second warning and he wouldn't do it. Because what you guys say in the chat, I'm accountable for. So if someone says the ASS word involving a prominent person, I'm accountable for what's in the chat. So I gave him 2 warnings, and then I gave him a 10-second countdown to delete it, and he didn't delete it, so I had to get rid of him. I can't have that kind of liability hanging around here. You know what I mean? I'll read that again, Nick Daniels. One sick person can create a hostile work environment. Yeah. It's called poisoning the well. They poison the well. And you know what's fucked up about most of them is most of them, unless they're serial killers, but most of them don't do it intentionally. It's just that they're wired wrong. And I have like Asperger's autism. I'm not wired perfectly in the brain. Are you kidding me? My social skills are, I mean, when I'm on, I'm on. When I'm off, I'm off. It's fine. When I'm on, I'm the life of the party. When I'm off, I'm in the corner or outside smoking cigarettes every 2 minutes just to not talk to people. It depends on my mood. So I'm not exactly the world's most astute social butterfly, as it were. But these people, they can be the world's most astute social butterfly on the surface. And behind the scenes, they're just conniving and scheming and conniving and scheming and constantly doing anything to undermine anything of value that they can take. I've never burped on my live show. I just had to do it. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Anything they can do to undermine or take from another person. I respect someone who would steal a wallet or a purse, just take it. Like, I'm stealing or rob a bank. I respect those deviants way more than I respect a psychopath, sociopath, or narcissist. Because they're smiling at you and they're going, no, I love you so much. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, that's great. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, they're destroying you socially. They're not people. They're demons. They're demonically possessed. There's something else from somewhere else going on there, and I don't know what it is. And once I figure it out, Nick Daniels, a new lawyer at the company, didn't know a basic thing. Can't remember what. My mom explained it to him. So he goes to the boss and says, hey, this person doesn't even know basic things. It sounds like a sociopath. Adam for Christ. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I've been through it. I've been through it. It destroyed my life. It destroyed my life. If I never met that sociopath, if that sociopath hadn't crossed into my universe, my life would be much different than it is right now. Although I've built myself back up, so I'm not exactly, in total hell, but that's neither here nor there. Adam for Christ. I've been a victim of Adam for Christ and I have talked about this in the past. I've been a victim of that a few times now. It is a JB scary face. No, it's worse than I say. It's worse. Because there's no way that I can do in a YouTube video all the ins and outs and all the little, what's the word? It's another I word. All the little insinuations and all those things that happen that you can't just remember off the top of your head. All you remember is the result. And luckily for me, my result is that motherfucking piece of shit, that demon, is in the ground because he killed himself with booze. Thank God. Thank God, not only for me, thank God for the world. I wouldn't want that person walking around, and they'll never go to jail because they're so shrewd. But luckily, that person is not on this earth anymore, and I hope its spirit is watching me. I really do. I think that way. I really do hope that that spirit is watching me talk about what it did in its human form on Earth and knows that it affected me in such capacity. And therefore, maybe it can find some empathy. And I don't know if I believe in reincarnation. I don't know if you guys do. I don't care. That's not what I do on this show at all. We've gone off on a really good, I've gone off with you guys' help on a really, I think, productive tangent here. I was going to do Gateway Pundit news articles, but this is far more. Notice I don't have to do any research because this is coming from straight life experience. Nick Daniels. So the boss calls mom into the office and asks, quote, do you know basic thing? Of course she does. And the boss looks confused and sort of says, okay, but you know that whack job was covering his ass. Yeah, Nick Daniels, what was happening at that point is what I call stage one, which is called gaslighting, which I've already addressed. Your mom was gaslighted. Your mom was gaslighted. So if I wanted to gaslight someone, I could say something like this. I could go to, and they're so good at this crap. These fucking pricks are so good at this stuff. I could go into the office and go, hey, boss or, manager or whatever, mind if I close the door? I just have a couple things I want to talk. And they go, yeah, of course, absolutely. What's up? And the evil person will may I take a seat? They always do it this way. It's the craziest thing. They always do it this way. May I take a seat? Keep it all polite and official. And they would go, I'm worried about Nick's mom. And I shouldn't say anything, but, maybe I shouldn't say anything. And then the boss or the owner or the manager is going to go, no, but please, this is a company that wants to hear from its employees. What's going on? And then the psychopath will go, well, I think Nick's mom might be stealing. And I can't prove it, and it pains me to say it. And they'll use it, and sometimes they can even fake cry. Oh, that's the best when they fake cry. And they go, it pains me to say it, but Nick Daniels' mom might be, I think she might be stealing. And the boss will go, well, how do you mean? The damage is already done at that point. I don't care if Nick Daniels' mom has worked for this firm for, 20 years and has been to weddings, for all the employees of the company who got married. Doesn't matter. It still plants that seed. Psychopaths work first on the mind and then in the physical. So then the next time that the boss or the, owner of the company sees Nick Daniels' mom, they look at Nick Daniels' mom in a different way. They go, could this person be, even though they have done nothing, the boss looks at that person and goes, huh, why would someone say something like that? So then the psychopath, sociopath inevitably has their allies. I call them the pawns. But it's basically their allies, their unwitting. A better term is called useful idiots. They have their useful idiots. So people that they've befriended that they can use as weapons. Because what the psychopath's goal to do is to ruin Nick Daniels' mom or to ruin JB. To ruin them, but do it through subversion. What does this sound like, Nancy Pelosi? What does this sound like, Chuck Schumer? What does this sound like, Adam Schiff? What does this sound like, Nancy Pelosi? What does this sound like, Chuck Schumer? What does this behavior sound like, Mr. Adam Schiff? Is there a chance in history that some sociopaths and narcissists and psychopaths and mentally ill, predatory, demonically possessed, predator, human, predator, human class, psychopaths, narcissists, and sociopaths could possibly be elected to Congress? Is there a chance? The president has articles of, by the way, the president is not impeached yet. He has not been impeached. It has to go to the Senate. But they run the media. The Democrats run the media. The Democrats run the media. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm a Trump supporter. Accusing others of, oh, that's another thing that sociopaths and psychopaths and narcissists love to do, projection. They accuse you of what they're doing bad. They accuse you of what they're doing bad. Joe Biden, Ukraine. The president had a call to Ukraine to say, hey, could you look into this creep? He's been doing some bad shit with his son, Hunter Biden. Oh, Trump must have worked for Ukraine and done backroom dealings in order to investigate his political opponent. No. What happened is the president of the United States was investigating corruption as he should. It's his constitutional duty. And then they say that he's violating the Constitution by enacting his constitutional duty. These are psychopaths. These are narcissists. These are dangerous, mentally ill people. Nancy Pimentally Pelosi. I just came up with a brand new one right there. Nancy Pimentally Pelosi. I don't even know what I just said. That was really, really good. If someone could put that back in the chat, that would be great for me. Nick Daniels. So the boss calls my mom into the office and asks, do you know basic thing? And of course she does. And the boss looks confused and sort of says, okay. But you know that whack job was covering his ass. Well, yeah. Gong and CUNY, one of our newest members. What's up, Gong and CUNY? I'm doing well. How are you? Nick Daniels. Yeah, at that time, neither one of us had heard of quote-unquote gaslighting, but eventually caught on. That's the fucked up thing about, I don't like to admit that psychopaths, they're not smarter than us. They're certainly not stupid, but they're not smarter than us, but they are cunning. They're cunning and devious. They're like ninjas in the night. They're very, very good at what they do, at doing evil. And that's how Satan works. I don't care if you're a Christian or not. That's how the opposer, that's how the dark works against the light. Most of us want to do good and make a lot of money and prosper and help everyone and make big dinners and this and that. These people want to take and destroy into their own black hole. Look at the universe. Look at this allegory that I am saying to you right now. Think about the universe, which is creation and stars and galaxies and Earth and the sun and everything, and look at a black hole, which is destruction into things we don't know. Psychopaths are the human embodiment of a black hole, and we are the creators. It is what it is. It's actually that complicated, but also that simple. It's kind of fucked up, eh? Nick Daniels says the whole thing is because Trump used the word favor. That's it. Yeah, well, it's even less than that. I don't care if he said favor. He's the president. That's what he's supposed to do. I don't. James Robert, I think the power and money in Washington draws these type of people out of the woodwork. It doesn't draw them out of the woodwork. It's the garden in which for them to grow and propagate. But yes, we're saying the same thing. I just use different words. Mr. James Robert. Nick Daniels. Sociopaths rise to the top because they have no behavioral limits. They'll do anything. James Robert says, true. Correct. And that's exactly what happened in my circumstance. I ended up moving in with a fucking guy. I was, 25? And he goes, well, I'm going to buy a condo, and I'm going to need some roommates to help me pay the rent. I'll give you $100 off of what you're paying now at your apartment. Why don't you move in with me? So I moved in with him. And then when I moved in with him, that's when I saw the mask come off, homie. Me and my friend Chris moved in with him. So we, for the first, 2 weeks, we played some music, and it was like, oh, cool. I'm living with Matt Cavellis he's dead now. So that's good for the earth. It's good for the human race that this thing doesn't exist. I feel nothing. Isn't that sick? That someone is, I'm not the most empathic person in the world. I'm not exactly a sweetheart. But in my entire life, I never thought I'd be glad that, unless it's like Jeffrey Dahmer or something, I never thought I'd be glad that someone is in the ground. For myself, for my family, for the rest of the world, I know for a fact that this person cannot hurt anyone ever again because he is no longer with us. And it feels good. What a mean thing to say. And none of you guys know me personally, like a handshake, sit down for a coffee or a beer type of level. But on the internet, you guys have a pretty good gauge of my personality. I'm not the nicest person, but I'm not a demon, And there's only one person that I'm glad is in the ground, and it's that fucking demon. Because he can't hurt anyone anymore. He hurt me forever. And many, many others, I'm sure, in his past. It's never just one victim. It's their entire lives. He probably did things when he was 6. He probably did things when he was 8 or 10 or 12 or 14 or 17 in his 20s. I'm sure there are many folks that I'll never meet that this person has destroyed their lives in a way. He destroyed my life in a way. Nick Daniels said, must have been quite a guy. Yeah, quite a guy. Yeah. A demon in human skin. Eyes just like us. Nose, mouth, ass, hair. Can wear a suit and tie. Shake your hand, look you in the eyes, say, you're my best friend. Let me buy you lunch. Why not? Let me pick up this cab. Why not? Let me, because you're a stand-up guy. Why not? Let's do that. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're, this person's doing drugs. This person is screwed up. This person, you shouldn't trust this person. Behind the scenes. And they see you 2 hours later. Hey, buddy, how are you? These people are fucking sick. That's why I believe in demonic possession. I don't know how much longer I should go. I probably shouldn't. Go on that much longer. In fact, I think I'm going to cut it. What did I even call this? I was going to cover Drudge Report, damn it. And it wouldn't let me screen share. So I'll try to switch the topic and go back to what I was originally going to cover. Not Drudge Report. Excuse me. I'm still getting over my Drudge Report hangover. I now follow Gateway Pundit. Gateway Pundit is very, very neutral. This is pretty good. I'll read this article quick, and then I'll end. This is pretty good. Democrats' latest coup attempt backfires bigly. Trump's approval surges, and the base is ignited. Democrats thought their latest coup attempt would rid them of President Trump. It doesn't look that way. President Trump's approval rating. At the beginning of the week, President Trump's approval rating was 47% on the Rasmussen daily poll. On Friday, President Trump's approval rating hit 50%. This is 3 points higher than Barack Obama at the same point in his presidency. Interesting, huh? And on Thursday, a CNN poll found the Trump economy received its best ranking in nearly 20 years. It's already obvious to Democrats that their sham impeachment will boomerang in 2020. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, Nick Daniels. Drudge has gone kind of left. I don't know. And I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat, but they're doing some anti-Trump things. Trump is a really, really good president. I love the president. Obviously, the slapdash impeachment was a complete loser. Oh, that's the end of the article? Well, before I end, I'll read some of the comments on this thread. This is from someone called Spike Springer. Citizens around the world aren't taking the deep state's lies any longer. After 50 years of being fed lies, JFK assassination, JFK assassination, 2 planes do not knock down 3 buildings, 2 planes do not knock down 3 buildings, no one died at Sandy Hook, no one died at Sandy Hook, 2 planes do not knock down 3 buildings, JFK assassination, lone gunman, grassy knoll, fuck you, deep state, what the fuck. Anyway, citizens around the world aren't taking the deep state's lies any longer. After 50 years of being fed lies and being forced to accept the status quo, it's not going to happen anymore. Time for heads to roll. Politically speaking, not a threat, no violence. Politically speaking. That's what that individual means. Politically speaking. J. Moore, Citizens Free Press. This will so backfire. I don't know if I'm looking more forward to President of the United States Trump's State of the Union address, the revelations coming from John Durham, or the President Trump's 2021 inauguration. Either way, 2020 looks to be a very fun year. CAG 2020, Keep America Great 2020. I agree. I should go on some of these sites and become a commentator or a commenter. You forgot to Sherwood for UST. You forgot to mention watching the mainstream media and the left melt down on the night of November 3rd, 2020. Well, that hasn't happened yet. I don't know how that. I don't know what that means. Coast Ranger, 1 hour ago, posted, "It can't be as satisfying as that night in 2016. I agree. I think they finally proclaimed Trump the winner at about 2:30 a.m. I'm so guilty I fell asleep. I just woke up and it's the first thing I Googled, because I had to work the next day, the first thing I did was I Googled who won the election, and it said Trump won, and I got up and I literally did this. I'll show you right now. I'm not trying to be funny for my show. When I saw Trump won, it was like 5:45 in the morning. I got up for work. I literally got up out of my bed and I went like this. And I was single at the time. I literally did that for myself. I wasn't trying to be silly for anyone. I actually did that. Robert Hagerman, maybe they will actually move to a different country like a bunch of them said they would the first time. But almost all of them were full of crap. I'm not counting on it, but one can dream. Hell yeah, Robert Hagerman. I know you're not watching this, but no, James Robert, I literally did that. I literally did that. I know it's silly. I just didn't know what else to do, because if Clinton won, can you imagine? Would be in World War fucking III and worse. Economic collapse. which is coming, by the way, but it's not the president's fault. So get your gold, guns, food, ammo, medicine. President of the United States should really just phone it in from a huge, perfect State of the Union rally delivered at the Southern White House. Overflow will require at least 7 jumbotrons. They could send a minitron to a house for all the dimmies to enjoy. Everyone else will be in sunny South Florida with, quote, the people who the SOU is really intended for in the first place. I'd go TWD. I have no idea what that means. All right. No, I really did that. Like, I just, I'll never forget it for the rest of my life. I woke up. I stayed up as late as I could. I got pretty drunk that night, but I stayed up as late as I could, and I saw the returns coming in, and then I'm just like, you know what? I have to work tomorrow, so I passed out at like midnight, maybe 12:30, and I woke up at 5:45, and the first thing I did was I picked up I go through about 75 phones a year, so it wasn't this phone, but it was the phone, and I just turned and I went, Google, who won the election? And it said Trump won. And I got up and I did that dance for myself. It's true. And it was funny. Oh yeah, James Robert. Remember the I mean, and they know not what they do, you know, because a lot of them were young folks. And people call, I'm 30 fucking 5. People call me young. They call me a kid at work still. They call me a kid. I'm 30 fucking 5. But I remember seeing these kids, and they were in their like late teens, early 20s, when Hillary lost, the tears going like this. Like, I wish I could fake cry. That would be great for my show. Maybe I could try it. Hold on. No, I can't fake cry. I don't have it, and I don't. There's something. Who was it? Kurt Cobain who said, "The finest day that I ever had was when I learned to cry on command." I can't cry on command. I'll try though. These fucking brainwashed little pukes when Hillary lost. And she didn't even show up. They sent out Podesta the molester out there, Pizzagate Podesta, who rapes kids all day because it's his favorite thing to do. Her campaign manager. They sent him out there. Go home, get some rest. You'll be fine. You know, flapping his hands around like a fucking, I'm just gonna go home and I'm John Podesta. I'm just gonna go allegedly rape kids all night because that's what I allegedly love to do. It's my favorite thing because I worship Lucifer, and Hillary lost, and people in the audience are just like, oh, I can't do the. I have some Visine over there. Maybe I could put some too much Visine in my eyes and make some fake tears. Wait, actually, I'm gonna do it. Hold on a second. And then I'm gonna end the show. I'm having too much fun. I actually have things to do. Not really, but no, seriously, it was so great. Hold on a second. This is my impersonation of Hillary voters, brainwashed Bernie bots converted to Hillary voters, and also organic Hillary voters. The moment it was announced. Ah. Oh. Oh no. No. Oh God. Oh, the world is going to end. The world. Oh. Actually, I could use some more Visine. I haven't used this shit in like a year. Oh God. Oh, oh, oh. Hillary. Hillary. She lost. Oh, oh. The one who wanted to enslave us into the New World Order has lost. I actually have to wipe my face because I used too much Visine for comedic effect. Yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of a crazy guy. James Roberts says, "Get an onion." I should have. Onions do. Well, I cook a lot, so onions don't really fuck me up that bad. Anyway, guys, look, I'll tell you this much. Well, actually, my computer is going to tell you this much. Apparently, I haven't had it plugged in, and I've been charging my phone off of it, so I have 1% battery. So I'm going to get out of here. I really hope I did a good show. I haven't done this in a while, and I want to do the split screen, but it won't let me do it. I'll figure it out. Maybe Blackie can help me out. But I'm going to put my computer on charge and just thank you guys so much. Tom Darko, James Robert. We had Greeny Houdini in here earlier. Nick Daniels, thank you so much. Carol Ledbetter, thank you so much. Tom Darko, I got you. Nick Daniels, I got you. Carol, I got you. Reading back. Yeah, there's Greeny. We love Greeny Houdini. We love Tom Darko. Crystal Keith, I gotcha. Look, thank you guys so much for watching JB Rants. Maybe in my next one, I'll try to be a little more Adam for Christ. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adam for Christ, for coming. Miley Cyrus is demonically possessed. Poor Miley Cyrus, who actually did cry when Hillary lost. Yeah, because she's demonically possessed. Why would they not? You know? But I want to end it on my terms rather than my computer shutting off, and I have 1% battery apparently. So thank you guys so much. And someone said good show. That's funny, Tom Darko. We have a spiral glazed ham as well tonight, so that's pretty sweet. James Roberts says, good show, JB. I appreciate that. And blessings to all you guys. We have strength in the Creator one way or another, and these demons are going down. They might take me down. I could be one of those folks that ends up with, oh, we found this on his computer or something. They do that to people all the time. Hope it doesn't happen to me. Hope it doesn't happen to you. But these CIA assets, as far as I understand it, once Brennan goes down, which he is currently under investigation, once the evil folks in the CIA and the FBI go down, I think we're going to be in much better shape, and the president is going to be reelected in 2020. With all that being said, thank you very much for watching JB Rants, and I'll see you guys on the next broadcast or in other chats. Take care, be well, God bless, have a great night. Peace.